Oh, stop. Holy cow. Alright, we're just having a little bit of difficulty because apparently this game does not like me clicking out. So I'm going to see if I can set it to window. Oh, I don't want it to be like that. Okay. Hi. Hi, Breadstick. Hi, Sky. Alright. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to click out. I can't see all my screens. Let me see. Wait, maybe I can... You want to go this way? No, let me. Why won't you let me? Alright, let's see if I run it in a window. Say, okay, let's see what happens over on our screen. Let me... Okay, hold on just a second here, chat. We're just getting this stuff because it's being a butt to me. But if I do it this way, I think it'll work. Although the screen is going to be all wonky. Alright, I'm going to try to put it back to full screen. I can't click. I got to just get my window set up because if I click out to like go to loyalty points or to see if any like, I'm trying to get it lined up so I can see chat and I can see everything. So, alright, now let me try going back to this. And then let's try going back to this. Alright. Are you guys able to hear the game okay? Freaks out a little bit when I change things. Okay. Oh, like that. I gotta move the screen. Hold on. Is it gonna let me? Let me see if I move it, if it'll correct itself. It doesn't look like it is. It totally freaks out anytime I click out of the window. So, but if I don't click, if I don't put it in window mode, if I do put it in window mode, then we don't get a full screen experience. All right, let's just see here. Maybe if I do that. All right, let's see. Still such a small screen. Maybe the best I can do, though. Apparently, this game wasn't made in widescreen naturally. So, that would have been smart of me to figure out before this point. But alright, I didn't want to get started without any of my chatters. So, okay. Alright. So you guys are good with that? Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm playing with keyboard and mouse. I don't think I have to look at anything that. Do I need to go to options or anything? You guys gotta help me. I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna know what to do. The end is never the end. Oh boy.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
He must be a streamer.
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh shoot, that must be my cue. I'm supposed to move now. Oh, alright. Alright. Is it gonna be... Whoa! Holy, Stanley's got some fast feet! Gee, Louise. Oh my. Now, can I read things and look at things? I don't know. It's acting like I can click. Alright. Alright. So first thing I hear is if we don't go out, something happens. Alright, we'll stay here. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna let you guys, like, pick the order, like, because I'm sure y'all know a lot more. So instead of looking up things and trying to get all the endings, I'm gonna let you guys dictate each one of our moves, so what we're gonna do. So it's up to y'all. Yeah. Just party, it'll be fun. So like we just chill here and just wait. Isn't there one ending of this game that you have to like leave the game run for like 12 freaking hours or something? Y'all aren't trolling me. That's not this ending, is it? I'll try not moving at all. We'll see if I don't move. All right, let me look at my stream timer. All right, we'll stay and see if anything happens in like 2 minutes. I don't know if you'd be able to do it for the first time either, because I know that like
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
So do we have to keep standing? Because I'm just gonna, I think I was messing it up by moving my mouse, so I'm just gonna keep my hands off. Like I said, I just remember I listened a lot of times when I would work, while I was studying psychology, oddly enough, the boys would watch YouTube and they watch MatPat play this. And I just remember, because I think he went through and he got all the endings, but I was only listening to it. So a lot of it, I didn't actually watch it. So, like, I won't know where to go. I was just listening to the narrator, really. And I just remember there's some dark stuff in this game. But the end result, it's really actually intriguing, in my opinion. I go back and forth, Fona. I like a lot of old MatPat, but I also like GT Live with Stephanie. I'm almost positive that they like left the game on, and because there's like, because I don't even remember how many, and I can't search anything right now, so I can't tell you, but I don't remember how many endings there are. I just know that there's a lot. I know that most of them are really deep, psychologically speaking. If you read into the, deducing behind what they're really saying and whatnot. And I'm almost positive there's one that takes you like 12 hours of sitting in a room. Oh gosh, MatPat's getting canceled. Oh, oh boy, is it about this stuff going on in the U.S. right now? Because I'm not even gonna talk about it. But, uh, yeah, there's craziness in the U.S. right now. I've honestly avoided all social media, news, and YouTube. Yeah, Evelyn, I think the main ending is really horrible. But it's this whole game actually has a really great moral. This whole game is like, well, as we play it, I'll explain more. I don't know if anything else is going to happen if we sit in here or if we need to start to go and explore. Yeah, well, I'd like to see what's going to happen because all I know is that MatPat goes back and forth with things. To be perfectly honest, ever since Ronnie passed away, I think he's still trying to find his game theory footing. His his most recent stuff that he's been putting out really has the old school feel to what I remember with when I first started watching MatPat. But it feels like a lot of his stuff has gotten away from what he originated at, and you know, I don't know. If that door all of a sudden slams shut, headphone warning, guys, because I'll probably freaking scream because I've got the surround sound on my headset right now. And I have you guys running through the headset too, because that way you can get the deeper. Because there's lots of stuff in this game. Photo. It's not a scary game unless, I mean, I'll probably have a lot of opinions to give on it as we go through it, just because, like I said, I was actually studying. I'm certified. I don't have a degree, but I'm certified in a lot of stuff. I'm the kind of person that just learns things as they need to in life. So I actually don't have a college degree, but I mean, I'm certified in areas that are legal areas in multiple states. I'm a certified advocate in a whole list of pages of areas. And then I'm certified in child psychology and general mental health. And then um, well, basically, intimate partner violence, domestic violence, stuff like that. I'm certified across the board in that area too. All right, we're gonna go click.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew
is
for
a streamer.
Beyond any doubt was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Ah, that scared me. It scared me. All right. So now, all right. What are we gonna do now, guys? There's so much. We get to pick anything. We can knock on doors. I don't know if we could search stuff. Does it do it again?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he
Oh,
had
it
to make a
does.
decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under
Oh, great,
his
I locked myself in the
responsibility?
room.
He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly.
So you
The
can
thing to do
repeat
now,
the
Stanley
endings
thought to
too.
himself, is to
So
wait.
we're gonna have to, because
Nothing
there's
will
a
hurt me.
whole
Nothing will break
plethora of
me.
endings to
In
this.
here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
All right, so we'll go out the door. Oh, it's a new room. Oh, it's different. Oh man. Okay. All right. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Meeting
memo.
room. Meeting room. Okay. Nah. Locked.
Stanley went
I know
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Is that it? We did it? We did it? Wait. Yeah, I guess that's it. All right. Boy, the sensitivity on this is crazy. Like, I can barely tap the letters on my keyboard without... Okay. All right. All right. Nope. One of these rooms... Like, some of them will unlock later, if I remember right. All right, so we're back to the white room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We go right. We're going right, right? We're going right? We're going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Stanley was a creeper.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
So how long do we have to stay? Can I shut the door? Nope. I feel like a lab rat. I mean, I don't know how a lab rat would feel, I guess. So that's kind of weird to say, but I mean, literally, that's what it makes me feel like I think they would feel. All right.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay. Do we take the first open door on our left, or do we go straight? Left or straight? The delay on YouTube is going to kill us. Everybody's going to have to wait like 3 extra seconds in order to be able to go in there. In here, Evelyn? This one? Okay. Bad. You guys. Okay, we'll go this way first. We're gonna do them all.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay, all right. Now we gotta figure out how to get back to the other one. Oh wait, is that it? Is that just it? Oh no.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go,
oh no!
From here, it's, left.
Okay, guys. Oh no, we did the
wrong. No, no, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh boy. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, are those all the endings? Oh, hell no.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
Oh my God!
From the top.
Have they added endings? Oh God. Okay. Can you let her in for me, Parker? Oh, chat. Can you unlock it? Uh-oh. Okay, don't do anything. Oh, what? You have to eat dinner? Hold on, I gotta let my dog in real quick. Apparently she's stuck out in the front yard. Okay, chat, sorry about that. Alright. Alright. I had to go let the dog in. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so last time... Wait. Oh my gosh, if those are all the endings, there's like 500. There's a way to unlock that door, I remember that. Okay. Oops. Okay.
When Stanley... Wait. Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I can't jump. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. What's that dark room over there? Wait, that's the way... Wait. Evelyn. I
I'll
don't know.
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh my god, okay. Okay. Well, we were definitely confused. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay,
what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
We gotta check
Perhaps
the doors
he had simply
every
missed a
time.
memo.
All right. We still haven't made it to the meeting room. Okay, so last time... Every one of the numbers, I think, indicates, like, it represents a new ending. But some of them, the doors won't unlock until you've achieved a certain amount of endings elsewhere.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay, because now it's going to be different. See, the numbers are different. Now they're not 420. There's 417. Okay, now they're... So we didn't go really right back. We get the...
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
This guy's got so many jokes. Oh boy.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, Good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh my gosh, okay. So, like, the thing that I find interesting about this is it's so representative of life. We basically spend every single day doing the same thing but different. And that's exactly what this game is. Like, can I touch a computer yet? Nope. Can't touch a phone? All right.
All right, I've got a solution.
Adventure
this time, to
line.
make sure we don't get lost.
Do we follow
I've
the
employed
adventure line?
Help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay. The numbers are all messed up. I'm gonna touch all the computers because he asked me if I did that once. Something happened on that one. Yep, it just beeped at me, but it still doesn't matter. Alright, alright. Alright, well. It wants me to go in here. Oh, gee. I kind of want to go this way. What is that? Is that solitaire? It means that you have authority to be able to give direction that will be followed. Meaning that you guys get to make choices and I'll listen to you.
Where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yikes! Oh my god! Wait, that's the way we went. Oh my god, is this like a music ending? It needs to stop. It's 100 times louder than the normal game. I'm going, I'm listening to you. Just What's over here?
Cut the music, go back, and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, we already found that. Does it make me go in there again? Or we're gonna follow the line the other way. Let me in. Okay, we came from there. Okay, this way led there. It just keeps leading. Is it gonna just keep leading me back to the same spot? Ew. Okay, alright. Fine. Fine game, you win. Conformity.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
But I did follow the line. He's got nothing to say to me now. He's not gonna talk to me. Narrator, where are you? We don't know what to do.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Right.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
I just
Whatever
went
it
in
might
like
be,
100
Stanley,
circles.
I'm ready for it.
Am I just gonna run around this and it's just...
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Just don't acknowledge it. Okay. Okay.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is?
Oh my gosh.
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Oh my gosh.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I
wait,
hope that's where we are right now.
Have we not, like, officially restarted yet? Because it says that he won't forget the game after the confusion. Oh my god, what the hell? I'm okay, chat. It's fine. We're fine. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, we started over finally. Alright. Alright. Let's see what our possibilities are. Still locked?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, we're gonna go left this time. We go left? I'm gonna wait for you guys. You guys weigh in. What do you think? I think we go left? How am I ever gonna keep track of all the things we've done and haven't done? It's such a maze every time. Alright, we're going left.
Yet there was
for not
a
getting
single
fired.
person here either. Feeling a wave
Talk
of
less, do
disbelief,
unbelievably
Stanley
amazing
decided
work.
to go out to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
By quarterly post review. We need to get rid of death sport portion. I mean, throw something in. What do people want? Things, money, more money, things but with money to buy more things, graphs about things about money. Okay? Synergize core value expenditures, shift global market preparedness, is I'm guessing what it says, monetize free to play. How cool would it be if this is like some of the like notes and stuff about the development of the game? That'd be pretty sick. Alright.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I'm going to say no.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
It won't let me.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was
I
my
remember
favorite."
this one being something they talked about actually. This is one of the ones that I know when I watched Fat Patty missed it, and his chat told him to go back and get it.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That all with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh my! Oh my!
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
Yikes!
You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Oh my god!
Well, in a situation
I've had that happen.
Like this,
he is a streamer!
The thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Wow.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What if I don't? Do we go out? I don't know if we go out. Do we go out, chat? Oh my gosh, Callie, quiet. It's okay, Crippy. She's just scratching her back very loudly. I mean, I wish I had a broom closet. Streamlamb said so, so it must be true. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. Holy. See, I love games like this. See, games like this, like I planned out today since I freaking didn't make Animal Crossing yesterday. I was like, I'm just gonna play games. We'll just see where it goes. And like we've already been almost playing for an hour. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like it's been an hour. Evelyn back yet? I don't want to miss anything, but I really want to go out the door. All right, we're going out the door.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I
Second
guarantee
player.
you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Hey, weren't there boxes
Coming
blocking?
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We were blocked at one point. Aw, I thought she just went to go eat. I must be a different gamer from my house. Okay. Thought hiding under the stairs might spark something.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Oh, good.
All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single
Don't let me
moment
miss stuff,
for
Evelyn.
no reason at all.
Please.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up.
Oh, am I going to be outside?
He said to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job, All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh
And
my!
though she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I mean, yikes! Okay. 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 Wait, no, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
Handle the pressure.
I didn't mean
What
to.
if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me.
We are
Nothing
playing
will break
Stanley
me.
Parable.
And here I can be happy
Mando.
forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours
Andromeda
passed,
can't even
then
hit her
days.
doors
Had
right.
years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Edmurna. Okay. All right. So how many times have we ended now? We've gotten like... It's got to be like 7 endings.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked,
I don't want to
he
go
couldn't
down the
find a
path that makes
trace
me
of
jump
his
out the window
co-workers.
again. All right. Wait. Oh, I was gonna say, can we only like interact with the computers that are on? But then that one made a beep. Input received. Okay. I think we hit them all. So can't open that door. These people can't hang out of their coffee. Sonny. Or Callie. Damn dogs. Give me 1 second, chat. Oh, my dog. Okay. Uh... Alright. I will, I had a bad migraine yesterday, so I will probably be trying FNAF possibly tomorrow, depending on how long Animal Crossing goes. So I might give it a try then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, okay, so we go left. We never finished going left before. We went right once. We've gone right and we've gone left. Which way do we go, chat? Left or right? Never too many commands. I want you guys to pick. I'm too pressured. Too many choices. All right, left it is. All right. We just keep going left? Okay, so go left a lot. We're back in the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, we already did that one? No. Thanks, though.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Wait a minute,
office.
we went downstairs to jump out a window? This game. I think my boys have them all. The only one on my computer is custom, Ultimate Custom Night, but I've been told by my oldest that is not the one I want to start with since I've never played them.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I absolutely know no French, or I would try to, I would try and I would fail because I do know Spanish and I still can't do that either.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs, trying to input anything on the device was
I can't remember.
Since he could never possibly
There's different codes, and I don't know what they are.
2845.
2845. What if we go backwards? 2845 548.
2845.
No.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yep, I play Fortnite. Fortnite is my main. Well, I don't stream it, but it's the game I play the most. Like, just personally. Okay. Didn't we already do this? We didn't do it this way.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
It's almost over, guys. The season's gotta end sometime, and we'll be okay then. And I'm probably gonna stream the new season when it opens, when the servers go live. Since we know it doesn't bother IG stream, I'll probably stream it as soon as it's up.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeball of a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh my gosh!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
This is kind of traumatizing, I'm not gonna lie.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
It's the ending room!
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Those are the paintings that change. It's a map of the office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added or altered throughout the development of the core layout remains mostly identical to its first iteration. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction to this room posed. Okay. Filing cabinets. The office. There are 3 different ways we can get to the office. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game, which when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized data. Interesting. Office computers. Credits. Uh-oh, now we have a choice. The room with the windows or the room to darkness? I don't know. What do you think, Chad? Are we going to take the room windows or the room to darkness? Go towards the light. All right, I'll go towards the light. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. I thought it said. I'll squint and lean forward like it was going to help me. And I just got new glasses. It's definitely not that. Greenlight. September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight Valve's process in approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page only had a series of cryptic photos, which are still enough to get the community's approval. Wow. Wow, these are it. That's cool. These are the screenshots of Stanley Parable HD Remix. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. The point of the Stanley Parable is to lose. Larger words. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same. Oh, it's like I can't image. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do you go back? Can you check for me? Yeah, I could. That sums this game up on its own. More endings, fewer endings. More narrators, fewer narrators. More Stanley, less Stanley. What? Early development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient, I can't say it, and wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Well, that's super cool. Man, people are too sensitive. I want to shoot some aliens. Okay. The lounge. The office. Cargo lift. Apartment timer. In previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. If not picking up the phone, would lead you to a different ending. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon it and change it shortly before launch. This screenshot depicts the early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. These levers were originally part of the Zending. A player would pull it, and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended, oops, gosh, it's so finicky, when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this is what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. One of the desks had an early version of the countdown ending. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Oh, wow. Monitor elevator room. For a time, the elevator room would go up or down with the freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the two endings together. Early version of the countdown room. Oh, wow. Game design mock-up. Stanley's office. Okay, that one. Okay, there's one that's got one computer, one that's got two. The open filing cabinet. One doesn't have an open filing cabinet with the light on. Okay, that's cool. That's cool to know.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop
no,
the
back
program
here.
before
No.
they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to...
Should we do it? Do we do escape and quit? You tell me, chat. Do we escape and quit? Hello? Is anybody here? Yeah, okay. Okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Do we have to
Stanley
listen
worked
to
for a
it
company in
again?
a big building
So many
where he
things
was
that if you don't do it, like if we
employee
want to
number
see everything,
427.
I have no
Employee
idea what the
number
triggers are.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found
Okay,
the
we'll
others,
listen to the narrator.
wherever they were. Just a matter of time. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, well, let me touch that computer. Wait. Was this here last time? What are they doing to that panda on the wall?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Nope.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Observation.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh my gosh.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I'm telling you, this guy's a streamer, clearly.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I did?
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Uh-oh. They won't let me push the red one. When we get, next time we get to the keypad, we gotta put those numbers in. Yikes.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay, we can. I think we can hit on or off. I don't know, on or off. You guys tell me. Anybody? Should we turn it on or off? On?
Oh
gosh!
Stanley,
Oh gosh!
You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
I think that's the fairest way to go.
Oh, Stanley.
Oh God. Oh God.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star.
Oh my God!
It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and
0142? 0142?
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
0152?
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing.
Oh my gosh!
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
Okay,
not?
okay.
These
Where's
are precious
5?
additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or
Are there
did you
numbers
just
out here?
assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Nope,
look
it's
at
on and
you,
off.
running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game
Oh
can
my
be
gosh, that's
beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Fancy.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
Oh my gosh.
Another choice. Make it count.
Oh my gosh.
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in
Oh my
until
gosh.
the moment I say, happily ever up.
Wait, where's
All
the...
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Look at the computers they
No
all
matter
have.
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
All the computers changed. Okay, that's 2 times we've apparently hit that computer. I did.
Stanley
I
went
actually
around
did hit
touching
off.
every little
I
thing
did
in the
try
office,
pressing it. It
but
didn't do
make a single
anything.
difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. So we've gone left like, what, 2 or 3 times now. So we go right or left, chat, right or left? I pressed on. Oh, you want me to go down and press off first? Oh. Oh, no, I went left. No, I didn't mean to. No, oh. Aw.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Okay.
Stanley decided to go
Oh,
up
we
to
already
his
did that.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
All
Coming
right.
to a staircase,
Okay.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, we can push the off button in that mind control room this time. That's what you meant, Bona. Sorry, there's just so many choices.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul.
What if we put in one of those numbers we saw?
Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Oh, are they going to give me a different
What could
code?
it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845.
Wait, 4, 5 again?
Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever.
Anyway, I tried the ones I saw.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on
That
the
one said
keypad,
845.
Stanley
What if we
happened to
put in
input the
0845
correct
next
code
time?
By sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
All right. We got this. That's what I was thinking, Fona.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh my. Here we go again.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Batteries are dead this
Each
time.
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and
0521
commanded
is
from
something.
this very place.
Oh, I was
And
set
as the
from-
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. I'm good. Everything's fine. I think after this one, I'm
Blackness
gonna,
and a
because we've been playing
rising
for almost
chill
2
of
hours,
uncertainty.
I'm gonna take a break.
Was it
I might
over?
need a nap for all the work I've been doing. But then after that,
Yes. He had
We
won.
can either play more
He
Stanley
had
later,
defeated the machine,
or
unshackled himself from someone
Crash
else's
Bandicoot.
command. Freedom
don't
was mere moments away.
do Stanley, we can do more
And
Stanley
yet,
tomorrow.
Even
so we can
as the
figure that out
immense
later.
door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Is this the happy ending?
Whatever life he lives,
The freedom
it
ending.
will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, in time, Fona. It all depends on what's trending. I bet you we'll get a lot of new viewers when Paper Mario comes out. Okay, so I'm gonna... Alright. Alright. So, I don't know. Let's look at achievements real quick. Click on door 430. Oh, it tells you all the different things you can get. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. Go outside. Don't play Stanley Parable for 5 years. Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and we are going to call it here. We can pick up Stanley Parable whenever y'all want to again. Like I said, maybe whatever. When I come back, I'm gonna take a little nap. Hopefully it won't be too long. Because I was up very early working and yeah, my head's, maybe one more nap will knock it all the way out. So I'll be back probably later on this evening. And probably yeah, Crash. Aw, I know, but we've been playing for 2 hours, and the one thing that does keep people coming back to the channel is if I keep the streams kind of shorter, just because they may not show up for the stream, but they watch the replay, and then they come back. So we already we did an hour and like a half this morning on Animal Crossing, and now an hour and a half on here. So we be gaming, but yeah, so we're gonna take a break, and I guess hopefully my UK buddies, like, it's not, hopefully it won't be so late that you guys are all sleeping. And, I mean, if you are, it just won't be the same without you. So, alright guys, take care of yourselves and each other.
No, not all.